next fixture we're going to look at is Newcastle versus Stoke. Newcastle on a roll of 5 consecutive victories. Can they make it 6? It's a home game against, not such a resilient Stoke team. It's a red, isn't it?
No, I've been with Newcastle.
No.
I've been with Newcastle for the last 5 games, and how often I don't see them getting a 6. I think that Stoke could well be. I think this will be a draw. I think that Newcastle are maybe not going to be 100% with their best team out, and Stoke did go to White Hart Lane and get a 1-1 draw. Yeah. They are the type of side that will be quite big and strong and be able to cope with the players that are going to come into the side from Newcastle's point of view, i.e. Shola Amiobi up front with Demba Cisse. So I've gone with a draw. I think that Stoke could upset the apple cart.
Interesting. Wayne, some rumours coming out of Newcastle that there might be a multiplicity of players pulling out through injury or for other reasons.
Yeah, we're not sure yet how
rumours
the veracity of these rumours, but there are rumours, as you say, that Tiote could be out, Tim Krul could be out.
I think Krul is out through injury, isn't he?
Alan Pardew said in his press conference that he's a doubt, but the rumours it's more certain than that. Also, Ben Arfa and Demba Ba, and they're 4 not only first-team regulars, but they've been 4 of the key players in their outstanding season.
Right, okay.
But we're not sure how certain those are. But even if you were to lose 2 of those players, say Tiote and Demba Ba, that's a big loss.
Yeah, okay.
And for that reason, I think I can see Stoke going there and getting a point tomorrow. For that reason.
Okay. So Flash may be on the money. Right, we ask you to get in touch with us, please. We want to get onto this show. We want you to be the 4th member of the panel by getting up on the Skype wall there. 0207 291 0868. One young man who's taken advantage of that. Dialing that number is Danny, who's a Newcastle fan. He's with us now. Danny, good evening to you.
Good evening, mate.
Yeah, hello, mate. Yeah, good to have you with us. Thank you very much indeed. Now, what do you know? What are you hearing up there about the, a withdrawal of up to 4 key players from the Newcastle team and a suggestion that at least one of them might be for reasons other than fitness?
It's astounding. I mean, we're not getting very much of it up here. I've been on a lot of the Twitter feeds all day and a lot of the blogs, and there's not much of it about. But, if there's a credible source that's coming out, I mean, Tim Krul's well documented. He's got a bit of a back strain, so if he doesn't play, I don't think that's any surprise. Tiote's just coming back from a hamstring injury. Right. Didn't play in the last couple of games, so, maybe not risking him. Also, considering how well Perch is coming and done in that position, I know Tiote's, everyone's saying he's had a great year, but Perch has done so well when he's coming in that position. It could be a tactical thing that Tiote might not play. Demba Ba, no goal in 7 games. He might not feel, Pardew might not feel that's the one for him. The one that is worrying me is the suggestion that Ben Arfa's asked not to play. Now, in his previous history, he has had instances of ill discipline, of falling out with managers, of going on strike and refusing to play. But all the noises that have come from him this year, it's been about how settled he is, how he's grown up and everything. So I'm really, really hoping that that's not the case, to be honest with you, because I think that will be a throwback to how he's behaved in the past. And I think all Newcastle fans wanted him to be and thought he was past that.
Right. Danny, taking your run-in as being as tough as it is, like you almost got a mini Champions League situation going on. Surely this is a game where you need everyone fighting, everyone rowing in the same direction, and it's got to be 3 points. And anything other than that, you could see your Champions League opportunity slip by.
I completely agree with you. Yeah. There's no doubt in that it has been described as 5 cup finals, if you like. And it would be very, very disappointing. And at this point, I mean, I know you guys have got your sources, and obviously you trust them that they must have been right on things in the past. But at this point, it is all speculation. I don't think there's anything official come out from the club or the player or anything like that at the minute. So I guess we'll know when the team sheets come out. Pardew's done his presser today, and there was absolutely nothing in that of it. But you're absolutely right. We do all need to be pushing in the right direction. But even if we lose those players, I still think we've got... I think we're one of the best teams equipped to deal with Stoke in the league.
Okay.
Danny, hi. Wayne Veysey here. I mean, you mentioned Pardew didn't mention his press conference. He's not going to, really, is he? 24 hours before the game. I mean, David Moyes didn't mention that Royston Drenthe, they had a discipline problem, turned up late for training. He wasn't going to be picked in the cup final squad. Exactly, he's not going to give any hint before the game at all. We won't know about it until after the team sheet comes in tomorrow. If he's not in the squad, then we know it's true, don't we? And there's been some sort of issue. How do you think Pardew would deal with this sort of thing now? If there is an
if there is a Ben Arfa issue.
Is he going to do what Moyes did and say, right, sign your 8?
I don't really know how Pardew would deal with that, to be perfectly honest, because I think he's had a fairly easy ride of it in Newcastle terms of squad discipline and people pulling together. And I think that's a lot of credit to some of the players that we shipped out and a lot of players that we brought in. Obviously, a big French contingent come in, and they kind of all keep each other happy, if you know what I mean. Like, I know Ben Arfa's big mates with Cabaye and Cisse. So we'll see how he deals with it. I think Ben Arfa will still have a big future at Newcastle, even if that is the case. I think he'll be dealt with accordingly and you know, be asked to grow up almost.
How would you want him to deal with it? And also, Mike, I'm interested in your opinion. This is an Everton fan. When Moyes left Drenthe out, did you see it as strong management, or did you see it as cutting off his nose?
The truth of the matter is, Ben Arfa is a lot more valuable to Newcastle than Drenthe was to Everton.
But Drenthe could still have made a big impact.
Well, no, I don't think he could, because his ill-discipline didn't just extend to the fact he was turning up late for training 3 days on the run.
It was 3 days on the run?
Yeah. It was that he wasn't playing in the team the way Davy Moyes was asking him to play in the team. He was going off like a loose cannon, a fizzing firework, if you like, all over the pitch. So I think in the end, Davy was wondering what to do with the boy for his lack of ability to interpret the instructions on the pitch. When he started turning up for training 40 minutes late, it was out. You know,
I didn't realise it was 3 days in a row.
But I think Ben Arfa is such a valuable player.
So in that case, would you cut a bit more slack with the players?
Well, I don't know. Would you Flash?
No, because you're making a rod for your own back, and you have to treat them all equally. Their talent or their importance to the team doesn't come into it. You treat them all the same, one for all and all for one. The other thing I was going to say to you, Danny, was the expectations. How do you manage your expectations? Because like in my side at Southampton, at the beginning of the year, we'd have been happy with 10th. I dare say you would have been over the moon with being 10th. Then you get so close to being in the Europa Cup places, and now the Champions League. If you don't make the Champions League, will it seem like it'll take a bit of an edge off your season?
Sorry, you just caught up a little bit there. Can you just repeat the last bit of the question?
Yeah, if you don't actually make a Champions League place, will it take a little bit of a tint off the edge of your season?
Not in the slightest. I don't think any Newcastle fan that you speak to would say that. I mean, the fact of the matter is we've gone on an amazing run at the right time and other teams have dropped points. And it's not really until we beat Bolton and Tottenham lost at home to Norwich that there was any big mention of it, if you know what I mean. Because I think 7 games back, we were 11 points behind Tottenham at that point. So it's kind of crept up on us a little bit. And, you know, there was the win against Bolton and Liverpool going through to the final of the FA Cup, all but guaranteed Europa League football. I mean, there'd have to be a major disaster for us not to get Europa League football now. And there was a celebration on Tyneside about that. I think we're happy with that. Anything else is a major bonus.
I totally agree with you. Listen, mate, I want to thank you very much indeed for being on the show this evening.
Thanks,
valuable contribution, as always. Stay ahead of the game with Sports Tonight Live. Don't miss a thing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search for Sports Tonight Live on Facebook and like our fan page. Follow Sports Tonight TV on Twitter and tweet us your thoughts and opinions. Sports Tonight Live, it's the platform for the fans.